How's it going, Critter Family? I hope you all are doing well. I'm going to go over a quick video here, or reel, whatever you call them. I'm old. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. But it was a suggestion about it's by Shield Canine, which I believe I've covered in the past before. I think once, but he's apparently on Larry Crone's podcast. So he's on Larry Crone's podcast, and they're talking about how if you ban tools like prong collars and choke chains and e-collars, then humanity is just going to go with more, harsh, dangerous methods by banning these tools. And they're basically saying, like, by Zach George, promoting that we ban these tools, he's essentially, in their minds is what they're saying, is he's essentially promoting harsher tools be used. It's not at all what it is, but let's take a look at the video real quick, and then I'll explain my thoughts. So this video being used under Fair Use Act for education, criticism, my point of view, trying to point out what I hear them say versus what they think that they're telling the public. Just a bunch of nonsense, really.
I'm not even going to say where I bought this.
So this is I've seen this before. This is like the original, like, I don't know if it's like a choker collar or whatever, poker collar, whatever. Apparently someone says the Jazza Force collar. This was around before, like, the traditional prong collars, I believe. These, this tool, this one looks obviously newly made, but the concept of it has been around forever. They had much longer nails in them. This has been around, like, the instead of the choke chain, you would do this, and it's meant to be, really loose around the dog's throat, and then you pop and release. Don't ask me how I know that. I guess I just, Googling pictures and such, learning about dogs and stuff and the history of dogs and training, this comes up. So this is nothing new.
Collar that is being used in some places in Europe right now. Things like e-collars and prong collars have been banned in many countries. That's not a prong collar. I bought it because I wanted not to...
And keep in mind, this whole thing is very well cut up, for the sake of the video. This tool that he's talking about, is not a result of us fighting to ban prong collars and e-collars. This was always around. Don't blame us because people are so stupid that and stubborn that they refuse. It's a choice. They refuse to learn to train without things. So they hide them. What do you think? Why do you think Herm Springer came up with the prong collar cover? So people don't see it. Why do you think a lot of people, especially service animal trainers, use bandanas to hide the choke chain or the prong collar specifically, or the shock collar? It's not us doing it. You did it to yourselves. Just learn and stop being stubborn.
Use it. Like, I wanted it just something to hang on the wall because it's so crazy to me. And make them with roofing nails too.
Well, that's
but
just
the tools
abuse.
Are the more humane. Oh, can you imagine?
You got to go pretty damn hard on a dog.
Listen, they've banned drugs.
I can't believe Zach George is selling those.
This is...
Yeah, and they're saying, oh, Zach George is, cutting it up, throwing in Zach George's name, blah, blah, blah. It's just nonsense. Don't blame any of this on positive reinforcement trainers. You're just too stubborn to learn how to train without them, and, you're throwing a hissy fit and getting into a tizzy because we're trying to ban abusive, unnecessary metal and electric shocking tools to use to train an animal, which is never necessary. And because you don't want to take the time to learn appropriately and to be humane with animals and take time and knowledge and skill and, yes, and education, God forbid, you try to throw this under this straw man argument, try to gaslight everybody and say, oh, yeah, no, Zach George is just, the positive reinforcement trainers, because they would rather drug a dog up or kill them if we can't use prong collars or, God forbid, tools like this. People are going to be using that anyway. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter what we say. People are still going to choose to do what they want to because there's no laws that protect animals otherwise. There's not enough laws anyway. It's going to happen anyway. You can ban drugs. Obviously, drugs are illegal, but people still get them. It's just ridiculous. So, and this one person here is a genius. This person actually has a brain. I love them. The Husky Angel. They said, 1, I'm shocked this is legal. I am as well. 2, there are 2 types of trainers. 1 that spend time bonding and free-forming their dogs. Absolutely. And ones that use aversive techniques to train a dog out of fear and pain. Spot on. If I can train a husky as a first-time dog owner without any tools, besides time, love, a lead, and a collar, without spikes, then so can you. Laughing emoji. I love this person. Amen. The Husky Angel is amazing, and someone who is apparently a first-time dog owner who trains a husky without any tools. And the way they say that, I love them. That's a person with a brain. But these people here, these people are trainers. They have all these followers on social media, and they have podcasts and all. I mean, you could have all that and it doesn't mean diddly squat. It doesn't mean you know what the hell you're doing. You could have a doctorate, not know what you're doing. You could have, 7 degrees and speak 4 different languages and have a podcast. Doesn't mean you know what the hell you're doing. Experience alone is not enough. And they all show it over and over. They're just cookie cutter trainers over and over and over again. And these straw man arguments are just ridiculous. So good on this person. I wish them the best of luck. I wish everybody here in the comments the best of luck. Owners out there with a brain and their dog, I wish them all nothing but the best. I wish everybody the best, I absolutely wish, that this guy, Shield Canine, and I don't know his real name, him and Larry Crone, that they would, do what's best for dogs. But I mean, hey, it doesn't mean that I wish any harm on anybody. I just want people to, stop lying. I want trainers specifically to stop lying to the public and trying to gaslight everyone and say that, like, we're the problem because we're trying to stop abuse. Okay, whatever. So anyway, this was a nice little suggestion. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something from it. Shield Canine. If you like him, you like Larry Crone, then by all means go ahead and subscribe to them, follow their methods, do whatever you want. Then feel free to follow them and do all that jazz. If you like what I have to say and my message and the way I do things, I'm trying to get better, better videos going up. Then, I would be happy to have you as a subscriber, comment, tell me all your wonderful stories about your pets. But that was just a quick one for today. Go say hello to your little critters. Say how do you do for me. Give them some kind of loving. And until next time, stay positive.